Bendigo.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Today I rise to highlight another example of temporary overseas workers' exploitation that is occurring in our country. This one actually also involves the Fair Work Building Commission and a case of this government shooting the messenger, the CFMEU. At the end of January 2015, the CFMEU uncovered another example of serious breaches of our immigration and industrial laws pertaining to a group of workers on 457 and 400 subclass temporary work visas. Through raising the issue with the Fair Work Ombudsman, the union and these workers managed to recover a sum of just under $500,000 of underpaid wages thus far. The final amount is still to be confirmed. In addition to these workers' pay being deducted for a range of illegal expenses such as flights to Australia, upfront taxes to Australia, these taxes, however, have never been passed on to the Australian Tax Office. These workers have also lived in undignified conditions, including in shipping containers and up to six people per room. What's worse, Deputy Speaker, is the CFMEU not only have they done the government's work to expose the exploitation of these vulnerable workers working here in Australia, but the CFMEU organisers have now been asked by the Fair Work Building Commission to show cause. How did they find out this information? The two organisers who uncovered these breaches have now been served with a notice to produced by the Fair Work Building Commission inspectors regarding their right of entry. This is an absolute disgrace. It's an example of this government shooting the messenger. The CFMEU have represented their members. They've stood up and said there's been a breach here. The Fair Work Ombudsman is investigating, yet because of their hard work, this government is now saying, show cause. How did you find this information out? Is it just another example of this government's blind hatred for unions, or is it something else? What it should be noted is that the company involved, which employed these workers out of 2 of the 3 sites, is a major supporter of the Liberal Party, donating $400,000 to the Liberal Party in their most recent ASC disclosures, almost identical to the amount of money that's been recovered by the Fair Work Australia and Fair Work Ombudsman. This is an absolute disgrace. There's a problem with our sub-visa class system in this country. If you come here as a guest worker, you should be respected and paid the same rates of pay as Australian workers. This government needs to act urgently. It needs to stop listening to its party donors and start listening to the people who are doing the work. It needs to make sure that it respects the role of unions and not prosecute them in this way. I stand with the CFMEU and their